Goku only has 30 years left to live. Being around a 50-year-old man at the end of DBZ gives him 30 remaining good years left of life. Or does it? Saiyans and human beings have a similar lifespan, the potential to live up to 100 years, but most likely dying of natural causes in their 80s or 90s. The main difference is that Saiyans are able to stay within their prime for longer, whereas a human would probably get out of their prime in their 40s, 50s, 60s. Saiyans are able to stay in their prime all the way up into their 80s, but as they get close to an old age, they then begin to rapidly decline. The biology of Saiyan aging isn't exactly the point of what's interesting about Goku's age specifically, as it is a pretty bizarre and niche thing to talk about. Goku's lifespan is different from anyone else's, and just because he is now a grandpa doesn't actually mean he's anywhere near close to slowing down with only a couple decades left of life. This leads us into the sponsor of today's video, Surfshark VPN. Bypass censorship everywhere. Surfshark liberates your internet by unblocking blocked websites and bypassing geo-restrictions. This means you can travel virtually anywhere in the world with a touch of a button. Pretty cool. This allows you to access blocked content from libraries of streaming services from all around the world in any country. You can even get early access to games by switching your time zone just briefly and accessing it that way. There are many use cases for Surfshark's VPN. You can also stop ISP from throttling your data. Those are some of the more hands-on and practical reasons to have a VPN, but also it's just good generally for antivirus and cybersecurity. Surfshark keeps your online identity safe by encrypting all of the information sent between your device and the internet. This keeps your personal data protected from big companies or cybercriminals. VPNs like Surfshark are definitely handy to have, and with an 83% discount and 3 extra months for free if you use my code, there's no real risk here. Along with you get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no real risk to try it out. Surfshark VPN also allows you to use one account on an unlimited number of devices, so that's pretty cool. Make sure to go down and click the first link in the description to use my code to get 83% off plus 3 months extra for free. Surfshark also offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no real risk to try this out. Anyway, thank you Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Make sure to go down, click the link, get 83% off and 3 months extra for free, and now back to the video. Goku was sent to the planet Earth as a baby at age 0 to 1. As he was then raised by an old man in the mountains of a fictional China, he is 11 to 12 years old by the events of Chapter 1 and the start of the series. As he works his way throughout the various arcs of Dragon Ball, Goku reveals for a fact that he is 12 years old by the time of the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament, 15 by the 22nd World Tournament, and then 18 by the 23rd World Tournament. A then 5-year time skip takes place, making Goku 23 years old at the start of DBZ and the Saiyan Saga. He remains dead for 1 year, keeping his 23-year-old body but still technically going to be 24 by the time he first meets Vegeta and Nappa. There is only a few months between the fight against the Saiyans and the journey to Namek, so no concrete aging will happen until after the defeat of Frieza, where there is a 1-year time skip waiting for Goku to return home to Earth after Yardrat training. In his initial encounter with future Trunks, Goku is 25 years old. 3 years go by waiting for the androids to appear, and that would make Goku 28 years old by the time he was meant to die of the heart virus. And then 29 years old when he would first step out of the time chamber with Gohan, having aged a whole year in just 1 day. Everything seems standard so far and very straightforward. But Goku then dies against Cell, and for the remainder of the series would not be wished back to life, ever. Goku officially dies at age 29 and once again gets to keep his prime body in the afterlife. While you are dead, your body does not physically age, but of course, Goku continued growing and far surpassed any limitation he did while he was alive. 7 years later, and Goku would come back to Earth for a single day at age 36, where he would mostly take on a mentorship role in guiding what he thought was the next generation to protect the Earth, just like he did. Seeing his Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks gave him hope and excitement that the future was in good hands. The entirety of the Majin Buu arc from the day of the tournament takes place in about just 2 days. No time for any real aging to take place, but something kind of overlooked happens near the end. While Gohan is left fighting Buu, who had just absorbed his brother and greatest ever mentor, Goku, in his prime, is left sitting amongst the Supreme Kais. The old Kai sees that Gohan is no match for this new powered up Majin Buu and suggests that the only hope now is Goku. who looks over confused, stating that he is already dead, and then confirmed by the younger Supreme Kai that Goku can never return to the world of the living again. The old Kai then honors Goku by giving up his own remaining life to pass it on to him, removing his halo, and just like that, Goku is alive once more.
I'll give you the life that's left inside of me. Then you can make your return to Earth.
Venerable Elder, this is the most unorthodox behavior.
This is a somewhat overlooked moment. Goku technically shouldn't even be alive. At the time he is reinstated with life, he is still 36 years old. However, no one has ever been brought back to life in this way. The reaction of the other Kais showed that no god should ever give up their life for a simple human. It is stated as madness, which it kind of is. Anytime anyone has been restored to life, it's been with the Dragon Balls, and so it's just like they respawn wherever they died. What happens to Goku in this scene? A god tier character, before the god tiers were introduced, lays down his life and passes it on to Goku, stating that his own lifespan only has a couple thousand years left to live, which is why he refuses to let the younger Supreme Kai sacrifice his life. Goku swears to use this gift well, and the old Kai just rolls over and dies, instantly bringing Goku back into the realm of the living and providing, at the time, a pretty convenient way to get him back in the story to fight Majin Buu. The effects of this could mean nothing. Goku's own lifespan could remain unchanged, and he would live out the last 30 or so years of his life post the end of Z and end up looking like Broly's dad or something. But does that really make sense, considering the way he was given the life of a god, who stated that he had thousands of years left to live? Old man Goku is hard to imagine. By the end of DBZ, he is around 47 years old, but as he continues to emulate the gods, there is a legitimate way to write off Goku not aging and slowing down as the story continues past this point and as the years go by. Huge coincidence or insane foreshadowing? Toriyama has done it once again, and that's why Goku's age past this point isn't really going to be a problem. Even if there's a 50, 100 year time skip, they can write it in that because of the way he was given the life of the old Kai, he could live for the next 5,000 years. This somewhat does lean into the topic of the gods, as gods of destruction, angels, Kais, they all live for millions and millions of years. Goku and Vegeta are both heading in that direction. Vegeta is not confirmed to have an extended lifespan, and to be fair, neither is Goku, but there is a genuine way to write it in for Goku, and for Vegeta, maybe just becoming a god of destruction extends your lifespan anyway. As Goku is learning to fight like an angel, and Vegeta is learning to fight like a god, it doesn't make sense for them to live 80 or so years and then just roll over and die of old age. Goku is not like any other Saiyan, Earthling, or even mortal. Ever since the Buu saga, he was given the life of a god. The god didn't give Goku his life back, he gave up his own life and forced it onto Goku. When Whis revived Frieza at the end of the tournament, he didn't give him the life of an angel because he was the one who restored him, but Frieza just got his own life back, and that's the difference. The god of creation, the old Kai, once trapped in the Z-Sword by Beerus, rolls over and dies for Goku. It's probably the most overlooked thing about Dragon Ball just because it hasn't really got a chance to extend past a point where it actually matters. But if you think about it, Goku shouldn't be dying of old age really ever, and alongside Vegeta training under the gods, they either die as legends and become folklore amongst the universe, or they live for thousands of years.